what do you remember when the Twin Towers got hit or when they fell?
So I was actually teaching in Kentucky, in Berea, Kentucky, and I was teaching my French class. And one of my students said to me, Madam Dawson, because at the time I was teaching French, so they said, Madam Dawson, did you hear what happened? And I said, no. And they said, we need to turn on the TV. And so we turned on the TV. And that's when we saw what happened.
Yeah. What was your initial reaction to what happened? Like, were you, like, scared? Like, were you worried?
I think my initial reaction is when you are a parent or when you're a teacher, your initial reaction is to make sure that you are protecting your kids, whether they're your children that you had or your kids that are in your school. So that was the first thing I wanted to do. Yeah, I was a little nervous, but I immediately went into protective mode because I wanted to make sure that my students were safe.
So with the following days, how did, like, the community around you take the news and what happened? Did you guys, like, come together? Like, anything happen, like, around the school and stuff that changed?
One of the things that I can say is that in the days after 9/11, I could not have been more proud of my country and how people came together and supported one another. And it was in those moments after, when you reflect on the tragedy and all the lives lost and what happened and the attacks, that I knew that our country was strong and we were one community and we were united and we were there together to support one another. So it was one of the proudest moments, I think, ever that I've had of our country, was those moments after that, those days after that, and how we came together and we were unified and supported one another through this terrible tragedy.
Yeah, so you're proud how everybody, like, took, like, what happened and just came together.
Yes.
To, like, kind of, like, rebuild and, like, grow together.
Absolutely.
I have one final question.
Yes.
What are your views on community service and what do you think about it?
I think I'm all about service, but I'm a giver. That's the thing that brings me the greatest joy, is to do and to give to others. And so I think that I am a huge supporter and a fan of it. I think it fulfills you in ways that receiving something can't. Giving something to someone else and doing for others is the greatest gift that you can give to someone else and to yourself.